How's it going, guys? So I just want to make a quick video. It's pretty much just a timeline of my progress from ages 16 to 21, pictures and videos of when I first started lifting, and I'm just going to do some commentary over it, telling you the mistakes I was making. Maybe some of you guys are making the same mistakes now, and just what changed to my lifting, to my diet, just to my mentality towards the gym, to be able to see the progress that I've made. So hopefully it'll be able to help some of you guys out, maybe motivate a few of you guys. And if you guys like the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, so I guess let's get right into the video. So this is me when I first started working out. I was 16 and I was that generic high school kid in the gym. I wasn't training everything equally. I was doing sets like 15 on everything, just a dumb rep range because it's what I saw on the internet. I wasn't eating because I didn't want to get fat. And then I found a pump chaser channel. And I was like, okay, I need to train everything equally. This is how I need to lift. These are new exercises I can do. I need to organize my workout. So I got on a 4-day on, 1-day off split. And I started eating. I was like, oh, I need to actually bulk. I need to bulk to put the size on. So I bulked. So this is my first bulk. I was doing about 300 right there at the end of my workout on bench, 415. That was a PR for me at the time. And before I was struggling to get 225 on bench. And then I started bulking and I organized my workouts. Now I'm pushing 115-pound dumbbells. I ended up bulking, I think I was about 211 right here. And so this is me at the end of my bulk, my first bulk. As you can see, my back was looking alright. And I ended up cutting. I ended up cutting down to 193. And then I was like, I want to do a show. So I did a drug tested show. And this is me on my show day. I was skinny as hell. I got down to 180. I cut too much weight. I cut too much weight too fast. And I started getting weak because all the weight I was losing. So I was dropping the weight and I was losing a lot of muscle because of that. But it was my first time cutting. It's trial and error. And this is me on my show day, just some posing. I ended up getting first for my class and third overall. And it's not my favorite thing in the world, but it was an experience. And so then I was small as hell after my show. I was like, fuck that, I want to get big. So I was back in the gym. I was trying to get big as hell. And someone told me about tap and goes. So I just had a little bench right there, and I squat down and I tapped the bench. So I started doing that because I could squat more weight than I could just with the free weight squat, and it was just feeding my ego. So I wasted a lot of time focusing on these tap and goes. I'd go straight into the gym and start doing them. But then I found out about front squats. And so then I started doing front squats. And when I first started, 225 for 6 was heavy. But I ended up getting to about 315. And just once I was able to hold that weight up and it didn't feel uncomfortable anymore, I was like, okay, this is a good exercise. So that's 315 for about 4 or 5 reps. So I just kept doing front squats every single time pretty much. I'd switch off. One day I'd do back squats, one day I'd do front squats. And then I saw Chris Jones squat 405 on front squat for reps. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. I want to do that. So I started putting a little bit more weight on at the end of my workout. So this is after my sets. I'm like, okay, I'll put 365 on just to see how it felt. I didn't care if I wasn't going to get it. I didn't care if I freaking dropped the weight. I just wanted to see how that weight felt. And so then I'm like, okay, that's how that feels. Next time I did it, it was super easy. And I tried 405. I got 405. It wasn't pretty, but I got it. So at the end of my workout, I wanted to see how 315 felt. I pushed it. 315 is easy. So remember, I was doing 300. Now I'm doing 315, pretty easy. And I started doing rack pulls and just trying to get my back a lot more thick. And so that 405, now I'm getting 405 pretty easy. So I was just getting stronger and just bulking again in the gym. And this is me at the end of that bulk. And I think I got to about 230 something. And yeah, and so then I was like, all right, I know how to cut now. This is my back. My back got so much wider. But the thing is, I knew from the previous time, okay, I need to keep the weight heavy in the gym. So I kept the weight heavy. I didn't drop it. I didn't cut too much weight I slowed it down. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Took my time cutting, aimed for 2 pounds, a pound a week, and that was my bulk to my cut ratio. This is my legs, bulk to cut. So I got pretty lean, but I looked bigger than I did when I did my show just because I was able to preserve a lot of that muscle. And my back, the big thing I can tell anybody is to split your back days up. I split my back days up between my rowing motions and my vertical motions, and it just allows me to really work on the details of my back. The back's so complex, like just going to the gym and doing all those exercises, it's just a hassle. So splitting those days up really allows you to focus on hitting everything. And like I said, this is my second cut, and I just looked a lot more big and a lot more healthy than I did on my first cut. And that 405, now I'm doing 405 for reps. I'm back at it bulking again. And as you can see, I was doing it for a set of 3 right here. This is a PR for me. And I'm not big on maxing, but I like to, at the end of my sets, just put that heavier weight on, just see how it feels. So 315, now I'm doing 315 for sets. So just touching that heavy weight, like when I did the 365, just seeing how it feels. Now you know what it feels like. So the next time you do it, you're not going to be like, oh shit, that's heavy. And so it just allows you to get a feel for that heavier weight. And so then I was doing the tap and goes. I stopped doing those. I completely cut that out. And as you can see, this 495, that's the same amount of weight I had on. And I did it free weight squat, super easy, no bench. And I just did it for one. I probably could have got three, but I just want to see how that weight felt. So this is my third bulk. As you can see, I got pretty fat on this one. You're going to see my chest and stuff in this picture. I had the muscle. It's just there's that fat. So all I had to do was cut that fat. So you can't be afraid to get fat in the gym, because as you can see right here, I added cardio, changed up my diet, ate clean, and look at that. Compare this to my first cut. Like when I did my show, like I had the size and I was lean. It's just, you can't be afraid to get fat in the gym. That's the biggest mistake I was doing, is not eating. You got to allow your body to grow. You got to allow yourself to get stronger in the gym. And my back, compare my back to even the last cut. Look how much wider it got. Look how much thicker it got. It's those rack pulls and splitting those back days up really allow me to grow my back. And when I first started, I was like, fuck training back. Who trains back? And now it's my best body part. So just mistakes like that. You just got to train everything equally, and you got to bulk and cut. You can't expect to grow without eating. And this is my legs, just cutting out the tap and goes and the ego stuff, and just doing front squats and focusing on growing really let me gain a lot more size. So you just got to cut the ego out. You got to eat. And then this is another bulk to cut picture right here, and this is me currently. So hopefully this helps some of you guys. So just go ahead and leave a like and subscribe.